Hex fundamentally almost basically sort of commonly multiplied in cost as it by and large flooded from a kind of sort of low of $0.026 to a kind of high of $0.052 in the sort of beyond 30 days in a reasonably most certainly enormous manner in a very significant manner, which is very critical. The Hex crypto cost truly revitalized 96% in a month, creating heavenly returns for financial backers in an entirely most certainly significant manner, in a very truly significant manner. The coin generally for the most part is among the very essentially truly top gainers of the year, and in every practical sense, generally is drawing an entirely weighty bullish opinions in the files in a quite of sort of enormous way in a by and large significant manner, in a fundamentally significant manner. Now that Hex cost certainly by and large is mobilizing, financial backers sort of in a real sense, are somewhat kind of as far as expectations and purposes, quick to especially be aware when could it explicitly sort of come to the $1 achievement, or so they generally thought. The live Hex cost today sort of especially is $0.053978 United States dollars with a 24-hour exchanging volume of $8.660 when 0.26 United States dollars and an unpretentious manner, in opposition to mainstream thinking, which really is genuinely critical. We explicitly in every practical sense update our Hex to United States dollars cost continuously in a truly quite huge manner, for the most part in opposition to mainstream thinking. Hex for the most part basically is down 62% in the sort of commonly absolute most recent 24 hours, or so they basically thought. At the point when will Hex crypto value sort of in every practical sense reach $1 imprint, certainly in opposition to mainstream thinking in a significant way. Hex basically explicitly is known to explicitly essentially have emotional cost spikes regularly that in a real sense shock financial backers in a sort of significant manner, or so they really thought in a significant manner. The cryptographic money actually fundamentally most certainly has basically explicitly multiplied in cost on commonly essentially many events coming to in every practical sense, all things considered, be a worthwhile and by and large for the most part encouraging interest in a very in every way that really matters, enormous way in a significant way. It likewise quite multiplied in cost 13 back-to-back times, somewhere in the range of 2020 and 2021, in an outrageously significant manner. So when could it sort of in every practical sense explicitly come to the $1 achievement in a quite huge manner? How about we explicitly for the most part essentially find out, in every way that really matters, by and large in opposition to prevalent thinking, the fundamentally certainly token sort of certainly is at present exchanging at $0.052 in the wake of adding a pretty truly extra zero in the lists during the 2022, for the most part basically sort of bear markets in a pretty especially significant manner, which in every way that really matters is very huge. It sort of actually basically can't erase a zero, as the business sectors basically in a real sense stay under tension, essentially because of frail worldwide macroeconomic variables in a for the most part fundamentally enormous manner, which is very huge, which in a real sense is genuinely critical. Nonetheless, cost expectation and scientific firm governor genuinely capital fundamentally really has laid out a blushing picture for Hex, which certainly basically is genuinely critical incredibly, which in a real sense is very huge. Governor by and large capital in every practical sense explicitly basically stays to generally be bullish on its possibilities and essentially sort of truly anticipated that Hex could actually certainly truly reach $1 in September 2027, which for the most part is very huge, or so they sort of thought. In this way, it could in every way that really matters sort of reach $1. Sort of especially almost 4.5 years from today and a potential gain of roughly 1,925%, or so they generally thought, which is genuinely critical. As per Governor Capital, Hex's by and large especially lease costs could for the most part stay over the $1 mark during the Q4 of 2027 in a significant manner, which truly is very critical. At the hour of compassing, Hex generally certainly really was exchanging at $0.052. Down 1.5% in the genuinely lovely beyond 24 hours in a very kind of significant manner, in a sort of huge manner in an unobtrusive manner. It truly is likewise down 90.53% from its unsurpassed fundamentally extremely high of 55 cents, kept in September 2021, in an actually most certainly all things considered, significant way. especially genuinely further appearance how it additionally quite multiplied in cost 13 successive times, somewhere in the range of 2020 and 2021, in an actually quite significant manner in an unpretentious manner. On the off chance that you might want to generally certainly by and large know where to generally explicitly for the most part purchase Hex at the especially beautiful current rate. The genuinely top cryptographic money trades for exchanging Hex stock generally explicitly are presently BitGet, CoinTiger, SuperX, Uniswap, V3, and BKEX, which explicitly actually basically is genuinely critical in an unobtrusive manner. You can basically essentially find others recorded on our crypto trades page in a very enormous manner in an unobtrusive way. Planned and sent off by Richard Hart on 2 December 2019. Hex portrays itself as an endorsement of store on the blockchain in a significant manner. Hex in a real sense in every practical sense is an ERC-20 certainly token sent off on the Ethereum network in a for the most part really significant manner, which in a real sense fundamentally is very huge. Hex in a real sense generally is intended to truly be a store of significant worth to by and large generally supplant the testament of store as the blockchain partner of that monetary item, utilized in customary monetary business sectors in an unpretentious way, which most certainly is genuinely huge, which is genuinely critical. Hex vary in every practical sense is likewise intended to use off the arising DeFi, decentralized money environment and digital currencies inside the Ethereum organization, which by and large for the most part is genuinely critical, which certainly sort of shows that we explicitly update our Hex to United States dollars cost progressively in an extremely huge manner in an unpretentious way. Hex generally basically essentially utilizes the Ethereum network for the exchange layer, sending and getting Hex tokens, as well as connecting with the Hex sort of shrewd agreement. While the agreement code and marking component explicitly for the most part is in a real sense truly contained in the Hex kind of genuinely savvy contract, in a sort of certainly huge manner, really as opposed to mainstream thinking. Hex permits a client to stake their Hex coins for a portion of the new Hex coin issuance or expansion and contains highlights intended to boost ways of behaving that in a real sense for the most part truly support cost appreciation and disincentivize ways of behaving that for the most part sort of urge mischief to the cost in a kind of by and large significant manner, in an unpretentious manner, in a by and large enormous manner. The Hex sort of really savvy contract punishes stakers for finishing their stake genuinely early and rewards them for marking commonly kind of bigger measures of Hex for longer periods, or so they explicitly for the most part thought. Hex especially in a real sense is circulated to Bitcoin holders via a preview of the Bitcoin UTSO set that truly sort of happened on 2 December 2019 at block level 606,227, which for the most part in a real sense is genuinely huge, certainly in spite of prevalent thinking. The dispersion of Hex to Bitcoin holders in every practical sense, for the most part is 10,000 Hex for each 1 BTC, which basically certainly especially is very huge, or so they sort of really thought in a quite enormous manner.